Brawl Stars is filled with some of the craziest and most broken bugs right now. Some of them are game-breaking, others are just hilarious, and a few have been in the games for years. From teleporting across the map to invisible shots, let's break down every bug in the game right now. First, we have the Brawl Ball glitch with certain brawlers. And this one is actually a returning bug from way back after the game's release. And it can be devastating if used correctly, but it's hard to pull off. If you pass the ball off a wall back to yourself and immediately jump with Dynamite or El Primo or many brawlers, the ball comes with you and you can even score a goal. Now, let's move on to a weird interaction between Carl and Finx. If Carl is playing against the Finx, there's actually a way for him to get two pickaxes at once. This happens when Finx places his super in a very specific way, making Carl's main attack bug out and duplicate the pickaxe. It's extremely rare, but when it does happen, Carl basically doubles his damage output for no reason. And speaking of Finx, he has another bug, and this one is way worse. Finx can actually trap brawlers that have a dash gadget or super and completely break the game. If a brawler tries to dash while Finx uses his gadget, they can teleport to the edge of the map and become completely stuck. That means they're basically removed from the game unless they get hit or killed. Imagine being in a close match only to suddenly vanish to the edge of a map with no way to fight back. Yeah, that's not fun. In Knockout, there's a weird bug where if you get taken down but manage to secure a kill right after you die, the game just acts like it never happened. The kill doesn't show up in the kill feed, doesn't count in the stats, and it's like nobody got eliminated at all. But what makes it even worse is how it affects start player calculations. Since the game doesn't count the kill, you end up with fewer eliminations in your stats, which can cost you your start player, even if you're carrying your team. And if you were carrying your team, you're probably just a good start player. There's nothing worse than making a game-winning play only for the game to act like you didn't contribute at all. In ranked mode, there's a drafting bug where the coin flip at the start of the match still appears, even though it actually doesn't matter in lower ranks. Normally, the coin determines which team gets the first pick in the draft phase, which is crucial for strategy at higher levels. But in lower ranks, where drafting isn't even a thing, the coin still flips like it's deciding something, even though it's completely irrelevant. There's a rank bug where if a mythic or higher player is in a match with a diamond or lower teammate, the usual power 11 requirement doesn't fully apply to the lower ranked player. Normally, at mythic rank and above, brawlers must be at power 11, but for some reason, diamond or lower players can still pick power 9 brawlers. What makes this even more interesting is that while the mythic player can't use power 9 themselves, they can still switch with their lower ranked teammates, allowing them to take control of a fully maxed out strong brawler instead. This means that if the diamond player picks a powerful meta brawler, but they're only power 9, the mythic teammate can swap with them and use a maxed out brawler version instead, giving their team an advantage. I don't even know if this is a bug or just an unintentional design change, but Draco's walk looks straight up goofy now. He used to have good posture, standing tall and menacing, but now he slouched back like he just aged 20 years overnight. And now, probably the most game-breaking bug right now is the Piper invisibility glitch. But here's the catch, it only happens if you're using Calavera Piper, a limited time Axis skin. Basically, when Piper fires a shot, you can see it at first, but then it goes completely invisible. This means that the enemies have zero chance of reacting to this shot, making it insanely unfair in high-level play. This needs to be patched ASAP, and honestly, if the skin is breaking the game this badly, Supercell should just disable it until it's fixed. For certain skins like Scorpion Willow and Cerberus Tick, their attack animations are completely glitched when using auto-aim. Instead of their normal projectiles, their shots appear way bigger and stretched out, making them look super weird compared to the default versions. While this actually doesn't affect gameplay or hitboxes, it can be visually distracting, especially in intense fights where you rely on quick reactions. If you're used to those normal animations, seeing oversized, distorted shots can throw off your aim or even make you second guess if you actually landed a hit. It's not game breaking, but it's definitely one of those why does this look so cursed kind of bugs. And then there's one of those annoying bugs in ranked. Whenever you rank up, the battle card you just set on just resets the default. It might not seem like a big deal at first if you've taken the time to customize your card to put on the ranks you want. It's frustrating to see it randomly wipe away every time you climb a rank. And I don't know why no one talks about this, but bots in Brawl Stars are completely broken when it comes to their shooting and super usage. Their shots don't register properly, making them look completely different from real player shots, which can be super unpredictable even though they're just bots. But it gets even weirder when they use their supers. Sometimes bots will activate their super and just randomly dash forward for no reason, even if their super doesn't actually do that. Crow has had a weird bug for about 2 years now, where if he jumps and shoots immediately after landing, his walking animation completely breaks. Instead of his normal movement, he starts walking in a weird, glitchy way, similar to Draco's goofy animation. It doesn't affect gameplay, but it looks really strange, almost like Crow's trying to moonwalk across the map. Given that it's been in the game for so long, it's surprising Supercell hasn't fixed it yet. Maybe it's just one of those small bugs that slip through the cracks, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Then we have yet another glitch that's been in the game for way too long, the Colette Super Freeze bug. This isn't just limited to Colette, but she's one of the most common brawlers to trigger it. When she activates her super, there's a chance that it randomly freezes another player's screen for a second, completely stopping their movement. The weird part is that it only affects one random player in the match, meaning your teammate or even an opponent could suddenly have their game freeze for no reason. While it doesn't fully crash the game, even a 1 second freeze can be game changing, especially in high stake fights. Next, we have a really bizarre visual bug that started showing up after Kit was added to the game. For some reason, when Tick head explodes, instead of the normal explosion effect, Kit's bomb face appears instead. Doesn't affect gameplay, but looks really weird and out of place. Then there's a weird bug with Clancy, where if you're one shot away from leveling up and you use his gadget, instead of fully leveling up, you'll be stuck just an inch away from the next level. Normally the gadget is supposed to give you enough charge to reach the next level. For some reason it leaves you barely short, facing you to land an extra hit that technically you shouldn't need. Sprout has some of the weirdest ball related bugs in the game. First, Sprout can fully push the Brawl Ball upward using his super, creating some of the most ridiculous trick shots imaginable. But this really only is possible in friendly battles. Potato BS. In basketball, I know it's not in the game anymore, but Sprout also use his super to push the ball into the hoop, letting him score in a way no other baller can. This completely breaks the mode, allowing for guaranteed baskets if set up properly. And finally, in Brawl Ball, Sprout can push the ball directly into the goal, especially playing as a second shooter instead of just a defender. There's a bug with Kit where if you're attached to a brawler and they go over water with just a dash, a roll like Daryl, the Kit detaches mid-roll instead of stay connected like normal. This makes rolling a Kit feel broken, since the whole point of the ability is to stick to the brawler and provide busts throughout their movement. Brawl Stars has fair share of game-breaking and weird bugs, from invisible Piper shots and broken animations to ranked mode glitches and Kit detaching mid-roll. Some are just visual, but others give unfair advantages or make matches frustrating. Supercell has patched plenty of bugs, but new ones keep popping up. Did I miss any major bugs? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Brawl Stars content. See you in the next one.